I said I float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. I've been having conversations with a bunch of nobodies, and you.
You know what I'm saying? They eat meat. We don't necessarily have to eat meat. You know what I mean? But that's what happens when you take over people. We start adapting to their custom. So we live in their world. That's why you can see a lot of black people, if they be vegan, and when I mean by black, I'm talking about Hispanic or whatever, right? All people of color, right? You can see that we already got the natural genes over them, right? So because we age better and all that.
We have to dominate.
But we got to think about our insides. We always think about how we look outside. So dude be like, yo, I'm good.
And we don't be
just
good.
something that's not drinking water
that's me right
cause
there.
cancer, bro. You know what I mean?
And people don't know that.
Yeah.
That's me right there. I be bugging.
But they, it's really all a part of the plan. So, you know what I mean? And that's
what do you, when you say the plan, elaborate on that.
meaning
I
like
love this talk.
we wasn't brought over here. We was brought over here for servitude, bro. It's trillions upon trillions of dollars that they owe us that they never gonna get, and that's why we struggling today. But we are conquering people, though, and that's why they gotta constantly, keep coming up with new ideas
and
to
adapt to
suppress
stuff.
us. Yeah. We just keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at us. Look where we from. Like, this is all miracles right here. This is not to see what we see, to see what we have seen. A lot of us have seen just being in this area, and to be functioning citizens in itself is, you know what I mean? It's got to be God's work. That can't be, you know what I mean?
Amen.
So,
Yo, that
you already won. If you know what I mean? Come on.
I think that's funny you say that, Lou, because I always say that when I had this perception once I hit, like, fuck that. Even now, once I hit 30, it got to a point where I was a little confused because none of my friends really made it past 30. You know,
my 30th birthday, I had to sit and
I
process
don't know
that I
about
was
y'all,
30 for like 2 hours that day.
It was just like a little weird. It's like
Same
what the fuck do you do now? You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. Like you brought that up.
You go to the dungeons. That's the first step right
but
there.
30 is so young, man.
No, I know, but going back to what you were saying, what we accustomed to seeing, where we come from, we don't really get to see that. So
I'm just trying to see 31.
Yeah, I'm trying to pass 33. Jesus Christ, I was supposed to have 33, right?
You said Jesus Christ? That's what you just said?
I'm 33.
Jesus Christ!
I'm 33 years old. I don't think like, I get up, some days is better than others, I'm human, right? I have bad days. I just say my thanks, bro, for whatever I got. I mean, my two little bullshit jobs, but it keep me, it's not really about the money. It's really about me being productive. You know what I'm saying? Keeping my mind strong. Like that's all the black man, Hispanic man, the quote unquote minorities, because I don't believe there's nothing minor about us. I don't even like using that word. But quote unquote minorities, as a man, you don't gotta be LeBron James, bro. You don't gotta be none of that to be successful. You just gotta take care of your household, bro.
Be a good person in general.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how you lead, bro. All these all these dudes like Mello and all of them. You know who their neighbors is? Their neighbors is regular white people. Fucking dentists and all of that. They not
with
nice.
bread. Regular white people with some bread.
But they
finance executives.
And they got bread and all that, right? Because they not, they benefit of coming from it and violent, right? And like keeping the cycle going as far as like
jobs,
communities and shit. They just know a little bit more. But you seeing that shit changing now, bro. You seeing the athletes saying, yo, I want my piece. I want ownership.
Yeah.
So Beloved always talking about that.
Ownership.
Yeah, like
equity.
so you can say whatever you want about LeBron. That dude, man, as far as him, being a businessman and taking ownership, and not only just putting his mans on, making sure his mans is qualified so his mans could do it on his own. You gotta commend that.
Yeah.
Lou, that's kind of crazy you
Power
say
economics.
that, because a lot of people hate LeBron for that, but in reality, he kind of he opened the doors for a lot of people. I had a conversation with my boy D, man. Me and him always going back and forth. And he was getting upset. He was like, LeBron don't want to let these young dudes get paid, I was like, you can't really say that, like J.R. Smith was able to get a big contract. Let's not talk about Boobie Gibson back in the day. Boobie Booby set for life because of LeBron James.
Matthew Dellavedova,
Matthew, he got what, 40 or 50 mil?
$44 million.
He averages
48.
He averages 4 points a game in the NBA.
So,
Because of his time with LeBron.
oh, word.
So like he do generate
And-
other opportunities.
And don't even forget what he does. One man does for the city. Every time he come to Cleveland, you think they be mad because yes, as a basketball player, he's great. He's phenomenal, right? He's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, but he
But
needs the
bigger
money.
than that,
man.
he brings money to that
No,
city.
they
Jobs to that city.
People
man.
became
You know,
a lot of
millionaires in 2 years.
They estimated he's
made
worth
that
over
school
$1
and
billion.
everything,
in
People
right.
became
Cleveland economy.
millionaires in 2 years that he
So,
was there.
yeah.
That was probably broke. I opened up a little business and they
Made-
shit booming.
He made
Now-
a school where adults could take their GED and do all that and just help you
Yeah,
out.
the I Promise
with,
school.
Yeah, like
not many people doing that.
not
but
many people at all.
now
bro.
see, like,
Go ahead.
I
Talk.
don't-
You about to tell me something?
yeah, like
Okay, shit.
that's another thing. Like, I don't know. As I got older, I just been doing a lot of research, and I definitely don't know everything. But that's another thing too. You gotta watch narrative, right? Because to me, in my opinion, narrative is just a story that's out there that may be partly true, but it's
Not
not
the real
necessarily
story.
true. Like, America is full of a bunch of narrative, right? So if you look at the beginning, the inception of America, right? They'll tell you that Christopher Columbus founded in 1492, right? That's a narrative that's out there to this day that people really believe, that we know is not true,
Which is
right?
bullshit.
But
yeah.
now,
Bullshit.
if you
Whole
hear
bunch
it, you
of
gotta break
bullshit.
it down, and then people say you're a conspiracy theorist, right?
Yeah.
So listen,
Try to.
they asked LeBron James questions about his school, right? The man had no fucking answers, bro. So I think he knew he was leaving for Cleveland, right? He learned from last time when he left, when they was burning his jersey. He said, look, I'm going to leave, but I'm going to part ways for the city nicely.
In a different manner.
And that's why he did that. And Nike's involved, all right? Which is nothing wrong with that. And he could say that, but it's not going to say that. He's going to make it look like it's all him, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But you just got to be very careful. Like, come on, man.
Lou, we're gonna springboard something right
Yeah.
now because you just mentioned something in regard. You just mentioned Nike.
Yeah.
So Zion Williams, you know, goddamn sneaker exploded. I don't know how. Maybe it's the 280, you know, in the body. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So now, if you're Zion, do you continue to play? You know, if you're healthy enough, or do you just sit out, wait for the draft?
I mean, I think personally, if I was Zion, first of all, he's a phenomenal player. I mean, the world's in his hands right now, so shout out to him. But secondly, if I was Zion, I would play. Like, you don't want to be pessimistic. A lot of people put that pessimistic view out there. You know
And
what I'm
then
saying?
get hurt once they get to
like,
the
and-
NBA.
In the Bible, not to go off topic,
No,
but
we
in the
not
Bible,
on topic.
in the Bible it says your mouth is the power of life and death. I like that. And everything starts with a thought. So sometimes things happen, but it's really about what you say after that happens. So, I mean, it's sneaker burst. I mean, come on. I got on Adidas, man. You wear Nikes when you playing ball, man. You wear some other shoes, no offense to Adidas, or you know how good Nikes is, man. Come on. Let's keep it real. And the ball's in his court. He can wear whatever he
Yeah,
gonna make.
as he should.
He gonna make a lot of money.
I
So he
think-
don't have to be to one brand. But I just think they trying to make it a story just because they can.
So they're just trying to stir something up.
Yeah.
Beloved, your thoughts?
I take a seat. You have Denzel Washington, Spike Lee, Ken Griffey Jr., Jay-Z. These people could be doing anything else. But they're coming, and maybe they're basketball fans, but you think that they're that interested in being in random places like Durham, North Carolina, Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
These people could be anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
They're there to see Zion Williamson because he's must-see TV.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, like, for instance, we're all black men. I'm allergic to slavery.
Mhm.
The kid's not getting paid.
I like that.
Everybody is making money. Everybody's building platforms because of the notoriety that this kid is generating.
Mhm.
He's the one that has everything to lose. Everybody else has
Exactly.
something to gain at the moment.
Mhm.
So, and especially if I don't come from wealth, I'm the one that's responsible to change the financial trajectory of my family, I'm going to protect myself, which is an asset
Yes.
at all costs.
Yes.
So Duke, within the last 3-4 months, they've made their money. They've gained their investment off the kid 3-4 times over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit down.
Hey, listen,
I'm gonna
I
take a
don't
seat.
think you could go wrong with that at all. But you know,
Because let's say he does get hurt.
everybody.
Dick Vitale's gonna say, "Oh, this is so unfortunate. Oh my God, what a diaper dandy to go down at the height of." Yeah, people are gonna say, "Oh, we're so sorry." Then what happens with his family? What happens to his career?
Don't he got insurance?
Yeah, he got
His insurance policy is $8 million.
Yeah.
That's if he
which
dropped
is
to
the-
like the 14th.
Yeah.
14th,
Listen,
number 14.
listen, man. Even if the man get hurt,
still
he's already played more games than Kyrie, correct?
Yep.
So he's on the level of Kyrie was. Even if the man get hurt, say he tweaked his
Kyrie
quad
took a seat.
because Kyrie got hurt. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying for him to rush back. What I'm saying is, I
Take
don't
his
think
time.
that
Maybe he
the
could
injury
come back
is
for a
not that
tournament.
serious. Yeah, like you gotta understand, ball players want to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We be playing for free. We
It's in
playing
your heart,
with
it's in your
concrete.
mind. Yeah.
And you gotta play with competition. Like that's what I'm saying. People be projecting that fear. Like, what if his shoe didn't bust and he just would have fell? Nobody
Yeah.
would have thought nothing of it.
Oh, he
But
fell.
because his shoe bust, all of a sudden,
It's a problem.
That
yes,
is something.
yes.
Yeah, but I've done seen games where people's shoes bust though, like prior to
Yes.
this guy right here.
And
They
I'm
just
not-
made a big deal
Yeah,
because
and
of
I'm-
him.
Yes, and they know how much money he worth, all right? So I totally get what you're saying about the asset and shit, but that's why we gotta have ownership, okay? Or that's why they gotta go to a black college. I'm all for that. Go to the black college. then.
Howard,
Yeah,
Hampton, Oregon
Oh,
State.
and all it takes is for three
two
of
or
the top
three
five players that
two
go
or
to
three
Kentucky,
All-Americans.
go to fucking Howard.
And
Yeah.
then they go. That's how I kind of vision what Penny's doing at his school. You know.
Yeah, Kentucky.
No.
Who's that, Memphis?
Memphis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Memphis,
I'm
It's like
forgetting
he
the
got
blue.
like, I think he got one of the top kids that's in the country in that program, and then everybody now they're kind of like
Yeah.
following along.
Yeah.
So you're all right. You plant some seeds, get there.
You know the white man hating on him already.
Of course.
But listen, that hate got something to do with how he plays.
Yeah.
You understand? There's always going to be hate in both communities. That's Penny, bro. Like that's Penny, bro. They gonna hate on Penny regardless.
They the team got Penny Hardaway's on their feet.
and,
Phone
and-
pauses.
And that's another thing. In those places, believe it or not, even though we're not there yet as far as, like black owned and stuff, and there's baby steps, just the mind, right? Maybe the next generation can plant the seed. But just having a Penny Hardaway come back to coach. Just having Mitch Richmond on the bench, right? I think I seen him on the bench. I don't know what
Yeah,
school.
No,
Right?
Mitch Richmond's with
St. John's, right?
It's
that
with Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin's that team too.
But he got a black man on the staff. You notice they get the black man to recruit?
Chris Mullin
You know what I'm
invited to the
saying? Yeah,
barbecue.
these guys,
And then they throw him in the fire when shit get real.
Yeah.
of course, they do him
Free,
dirty.
free
They do him
Book
dirty.
Richardson.
Yes.
Free Book
Free Book,
Richardson.
I agree.
know,
I
Free
agree.
Book Richardson.
know.
I agree.
Is Chris Mullin invited to the barbecue?
We can
Yeah.
get Chris Mullin. Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Mullin's from New York, y'all. Come
He
on,
put in some
man.
work though. That's his coaching mind. He
Not
might
really
get
up there,
it, but
yeah.
he put in work.
Yo, his coaching, bro, St. John's is relevant, bro.
We'll drink
Relevant.
Jaeger. We'll drink
You know
Jaeger.
what? You're right. I'll take
Jaeger
that back.
Meister,
Actually,
Jaeger Bombs,
they
yeah.
go.
When the last time St. John's been relevant? They
Yo.
beat Villanova,
Yo,
man.
You know what? I
Slick
take that
kid
back.
is
That's who it is.
Listen,
Shamari
if I'm a
Pons. Shout out
kid,
to
if I'm a
Shamari
kid,
Pons.
if I'm a kid, shout out to my man Shagari too, man.
Oh,
if I'm a kid
Shagari.
and St. John's was offering me a scholarship and I'm a New York guy, I seen Eric Barkley and them. I seen what that did to the city. Yo, you know who was coming to their game? That's when New York had it. Mace was coming to their game. Jay-Z was coming to their game. You understand? Omar Cook, I seen Omar Cook at Riverside. Like, that's all we were doing was them.
Yeah.
So, that's all it takes, Glover and all these
I'm not
guys.
trying to cut you
Nah,
off,
go
but
ahead.
Eric Barkley.
Beast. I still gotta, even as a grown man, I know him now. Shout out to my man EB. I had to be like, after a few years, like, yo, I'm not a little kid no more. But you still get those feelings. I mean, come on, bro. This is the Mecca. So, Chris Mullin, in that short time, what he's doing with that program, come on, man. You gotta give him props. Like,
You're right.
you
you're right.
gonna watch at St. John's? When the last time you watched at St. John's before he was there?
No, I never did.
Felipe Lopez.
Nigga said Felipe Lopez. That was years ago. Yeah.
But Philippe got it too.
Oh man, we just started vibing, and I even forgot
the
to
set.
introduce the
Yo,
set and everything. Yo,
I'll be back next week.
no, Gabby Brown is in attendance.
Gabby Brown.
Off suspension. Gabby Brown, he has to sign a contract.
New
You know,
edition.
we gonna get some things right. But Gabby Brown is back on the set.
I went to
And he
the
wants
dentist.
to say what's up. He went to the dentist.
I'll be back
And-
next episode. I love
We don't want to see him, Gabby Brown.
Huh?
Have a
love
good one,
y'all
Gabby
niggas,
Brown.
yo.
Yo, Gabby, holla at you, man.
Shout out to
Have a
Pablo
good show, yo.
Alright.
for hooking me up with the mics. SB,
Who
Get
did
to
that?
the-
my man Pablo setting up things.
Nasty Nas Pablo, the Nostradamus.
Jesus, man. Alright, man. Gabby Brown is back. Alright, man. So this is the Hey Now podcast. It's your boy Kev. I'm here with Beloved. And I got, special guest, Louie Mccroskey, who I actually got a chance, as I was coming up, I got a chance to actually watch him play. If you was to hear what he was talking about earlier, he came up with, I like to use this term, he came up with some dogs, when it came to basketball, some real people. And he put in the work, and we're just going to be here, chopping it up a little bit, and then we're going to get into, how Louie got into basketball, how the hell he ended up in Saint Raymond instead of Rice High School,
Yeah.
Shout out to Cash.
Oh.
Called you Bronx Dale's.
Yeah, cause she
Finest,
crack, man.
finest.
Nah, it's like in recent memory at least, it's like three dudes from my hood that's big time. You know what I mean? My man Carl Krause OG.
From Pitt.
Yeah. We
Always threw up the X.
Yeah.
Kyle
He
Krause,
really representing like
yeah.
that. But we all from the same hood. You know what I mean? That's just not my personality. You know what I mean? But everybody from my hood know. I try to represent it well. Just by how I carry myself. That's how I believe it. But Carl Krause was the man, and then Cash too. So you know what I mean? Definitely Cash.
Yeah, Cash, man, we had him on the first one, and Cash, he the brother, man, he family, man. So let's get into it, man. We actually
Yo, Cash. yeah, we calling in. We calling in. We got the big homie with us having a conversation. Hello, you there?
Yo, Pac-Man, stop trying to play me, yo. You moving to Florida, you ain't even let the boy know nothing, bro. I don't be in the hood like that no more. You know what's going on, man? It's all love, though, man, yo. I'm good, B. I can't complain. How you been? Yeah. He stayed torching Chris Paul. Chris Paul, my guy, though. I like his game, but well, Kimber scores, bro. That's what he do.
Yo, Rob, you a hater.
So this is what we do out here. We bring families, brotherhood back together. So you got to share us a story about our guests one time before we let you go.
Yeah. Yeah, them shits is like boots, bro.
We starting right now, Kashif.
Starting right now.
You on live right now.
You on live TV right now.
Yo, I know, yo, and that's the beauty of it, you started off in the crib. When you come back, yo. You know, hey, you set the tone. You set the tone. That's what matters. Yo, you got it when you in the city. Yo. It is, man. Yo, I don't care about your Florida weather. Yo, bye.
Bye, we out.
I'ma holler at you, yo. Alright, stay up, bro.
I know damn well. You get cash on that phone.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on
He's
that
gonna talk forever.
Forever. Alright, so we're gonna get into some things, then we're gonna get into the Lou journey. My boy Rob, man, he actually went to Saint Raymond. He be getting on me because I'm a LeBron fan. You know? So recently, you know, Stephen A. Smith came out and said that LeBron is what's wrong with the Lakers. That the reason why they're losing and can't get nothing done is because he not playing no defense. LeBron's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, so they lose it. What are your thoughts? Do you think LeBron is the cancer? Do you think he's the reason why the Lakers
are spiraling?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Oh,
I really would.
Wow. Luke, you better speak up, Luke.
Yeah, now I'm gonna speak clear. I'm gonna speak factual.
Go ahead.
All right. First of all, right? We know LeBron's an all-time great, but he ain't played no defense in 3 seasons, bro.
Type shit.
And if you're gonna compare him to Jordan, if you're gonna say he the GOAT, Jordan was locking people down
listen,
at
man.
34 years old.
He shies away when it comes to defending the best player on the other team.
Yo,
a lot, though.
SB, I'm done with you.
A lot, though.
He was.
Listen.
Hey, man. I'm just saying.
And then secondly, like there's always drama where he go. Like partly it's his fault because at the end of the day, he's acting like the GM and the player. Like I respect him giving his Bill Russell on this shit, but it's like yo, like
Facts.
you can't play when a guy got that much power, bro. Like Jordan, for as great Jordan was for the NBA and all that, when it was on basketball, it was about basketball, bro. Like LeBron is just too much going on. Like you gotta understand, these guys is young players. Like they didn't ask to be on the Lakers. You understand? And then it's this narrative that he makes everybody better. They gonna make Brandon Ingram the fall guy. You look at Brandon Ingram numbers when LeBron not playing.
Putting up some numbers.
Shooting like 50% from the field.
Yeah.
So what is that telling you? So all I'm saying is, I love LeBron game because, you know, like, I'm not him, but I had that similar, like, point forward game, so I'm not knocking his game. But what I'm saying is, it's just, like, it seems like his fans is a bit delusional. Like, when something go wrong, they don't want to say he did wrong. You know what I mean? When something goes great, it's all him. Like, who the fuck want to play with that? Right? You guys got a team here, right? You got to do the camera and all that. If you just took all the show, he going to be like, yo, what the fuck? So that's how it is when you play with LeBron. I don't blame Paul George for not coming, bro. Because the media are going to say, when he mess up, yeah, LeBron is great. But then when they lose in the finals, he don't have enough. So that's all. It just seemed like it's always a story where he's blaming teammates. Like
Paul George is balling. He's balling this year.
So, funny, I'm looking at my live.
I don't like what's happening.
I don't like what's going on right now. Because Chief Pratt goes, LeBron is finished. He goes, Kevin Durant is the best player in the league. Jeff comes out of nowhere and says, Jeff come out of nowhere and says, MJ is the GOAT.
Listen,
What's going on?
I agree that Kevin Durant is the best player in the league right now.
I don't know, man.
And my favorite player is Harden, but Kevin Durant is the best player in the league.
Do you think Harden's MVP?
What is going on here today?
Listen, what do you mean what's going on?
Do you think Harden's
What did I say before? What did I say
know,
before?
man.
I said that there's a narrative that's out there, right? And you gotta figure out what's fact and what's narrative. So if we
What are your facts?
if we playing indictment, right? And whoever is the best player in the league, right? And I'm averaging, because look at Kevin Durant numbers career-wise, they're comparable to LeBron.
Yeah.
And we know he shoot better, right?
He do.
So, fuck
Offensive
the decision, right? If my team beat his team, and I play just as good as him head-to-head, and I beat him the last 2 years, how the fuck is he still the same best player?
You know what it is? The way I see it, bro, is that Durant has a team behind him that is unstoppable.
Right? He's by himself, right? So we give LeBron credit for that because, right, like Isaiah Thomas said, there's no, Greg Popovich and all that. But that's his fault why he by himself. Because
How is it?
It is. I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't think LeBron was by himself all the time.
Listen,
He wasn't by himself all the time now. He had a couple of pieces that helped him a
I
lot.
had this conversation all the time.
He had a lot of pieces that helped him a lot at the clutch moments.
I'm gonna tell
Like,
you why, right? All right. They say he didn't have nobody. Is Kyrie going to the Hall of Fame?
I mean,
Kyrie has
shit.
to be
If
traded.
he plays like
Just
this,
answer the question.
Let me
Is
interject.
Kyrie going to the Hall of Fame?
I think he will.
I think
Okay, that's one. Is Dwayne Wade going to the Hall of
Hell
Fame?
yeah, hell
Is Chris
yeah.
Bosh going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, yeah.
Eric Spoelstra is going to be a Hall of Fame coach, maybe.
No, he is.
Maybe,
I don't know, maybe.
But in the game
His
today,
wins is good.
is he one of the best coaches, X's and O's?
Yes, he is.
Type shit, yeah.
Okay, so why every time LeBron goes somewhere, it's like a girl that look bad and she break up with a nigga every time? Listen, man. The guy played with Kevin Love, and then they say he have no help. He played with Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade. He
Chris
got
Bosh.
no help. Then
Yeah.
everybody goes to another team, and you like, oh shit, they can ball. Like, come on, bro. LeBron is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not saying that he not. Come on, bro. People wish they was LeBron, but to not critique him and act like he don't got no flaws is blasphemous. You're not hating.
No,
if
he
you
do got flaws.
critiquing him, bro.
He do got flaws. Wait, Pablo in the stands. Go ahead, Pablo.
First of all, I heard 4 names for 2 teams. Durant got 4 other players in his current team in the starting
Yeah,
lineup.
but
Listen,
this is where people mess up at though.
So that's
Curry,
and I-
Miami.
So that's
Curry,
4
listen,
people
Curry, Klay
out of
Thompson.
30.
Now-
4 people out of 30 in 2 teams.
Now,
That's
you know how
fine.
he did
Has
that?
that in 1 team.
But listen though,
It's a trickle down effect. He did that, right?
Shout out to Pablo.
Because
Nice.
see, now we know Kevin Durant is a sensitive guy, and so was I as a player, right?
Yeah.
What I do like about LeBron is an alpha. He's a leader, right? So LeBron, and he manipulates, so he's very smart, right? But what Kevin Durant is saying to OKC, yo, bro, OKC, you haven't got me a coach. I'm 7 foot. I shoot 90% from the free throw line. I shoot 50%. You're gonna tell me a guy that can't run point guard in Westbrook, as dynamic as he is, that's the guy you want leading your team? And I gotta argue with me to get shots? Kevin Durant is historically offensively like top 3 in the NBA if you look at his numbers.
right
bro.
now, hell yeah, he is.
So why am Kevin Durant saying, yo, why am I gonna argue with him? I'm just gonna move on. So who won that deal? Now, people could say, oh, he went to
Went to the team that beat
Super
you.
team.
But listen, this is what I want to say.
He can say that, right?
Listen
He
though.
can say that,
Reason
right? But
why
at the end of the
I
day-
don't knock the
At
Warriors.
the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people could say it's a bitch move, but he has that choice to go to whatever team he wants.
I don't knock him
And
for the
then What are
move.
you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say when he don't win? I hear people disrespect fucking Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is way better than Draymond.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
100 times
All
better.
right, but what? Once again, the narrative is, oh, he never win. If you watch that motherfucker, that nigga got heart, and he should have won. Okay, so a lot of guys are jealous because now it's more mobile and free agency, and they wish they could team up with guys. You understand? So I'm not hating on LeBron, and I'm not hating on KD. You need to appreciate KD. That motherfucker played defense, and you got to give Curry
Stepped his
credit
defense up,
because
yeah.
he came over there and said, you know what? You the better talent. I'm gonna give you the ball into the game as long as we win. And I played on successful teams. That's how you win. You understand?
You can't knock him for his team though. Also, simple fact because Curry got drafted by the Warriors. Klay Thompson and Draymond came in the same year. They all got drafted though. It's not like they came from Boston and they went to the Warriors. This nigga came from the Lakers. No, they all got drafted and they all played together.
They were already developed when Durant went though.
Because of Mark Jackson.
But what I'm saying is, he was the missing piece. LeBron was that great that when Draymond fucked up, they say, yo, psychologically we can't beat them because look, that's why I'm trying to say the narrative is that LeBron don't have no help. But if you look at,
I need to interject.
if you look at the team, okay, and you say, all right, Curry versus LeBron, best player, right? Before Kevin Durant, Curry versus LeBron. Clay, Kyrie, right?
Yeah.
So that equals out, right? And then you go, who else was the third?
Kevin
person?
Love, Draymond, or
Kevin
whatever.
Love and Draymond, all right? So the role players and the coaching is a bit different, right? You would give the Warriors, but if you're just looking at it from a standpoint of firepower, they match up. So this idea, that's what I'm trying
Come
to
on,
say.
man. LeBron had Ray Allen off the bench.
Can I
Come on, man.
Another Hall of Fame.
Another Ray Allen off the bench.
That's 5 out of
So
30.
beloved, go ahead, and then we're gonna move on to Boston, and we're gonna move on to Louie.
So, you made a lot of interesting points.
Yeah, beloved.
However,
Show the back.
You took a paintbrush
Uh-huh.
and just took one broad stroke over the whole litany of things that were said.
Control one.
We have to break this down point by point.
Nice.
Okay? The only thing I'll give you that's a blemish on LeBron's career is the 2011 final series.
Amazing finals, by the
He
way.
did choke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I own that, and I've always owned that. 40 piece.
Mm-hmm.
They take down a team that won 73 games.
Mm-hmm.
For nothing.
Okay? They win. The very next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have to unpack that a little more.
No,
So Draymond,
Uh-huh.
after they lost game
Yeah, he
7,
trolled.
this is a fact.
Yeah, he trolled.
In the parking lot,
Yeah.
calls Kevin Durant under distress. Please come join us. Please come join us. LeBron, we can't handle this guy. Please come join us. Kevin Durant joins the team. Right?
What's wrong with that?
I'm just telling
Yeah.
you. You said factual.
Yeah, that is
I'm just highlighting what happened.
I agree with
Right?
everything you say, yeah.
The very next year. So now you have KD, Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond. Right? Yeah, Kevin Love and Kyrie played, but still, they were overmatched. Can we admit that?
No.
Oh my God.
You want to know why? Because you're supposed to be the best.
Nobody
Listen.
wins by themselves.
No, but what I'm saying is this, okay? Yeah, they might have been overmatched because Kevin Durant is that dynamic offensively, right? But I don't want to hear you when the game was about to play, right, and you lose, right? Don't bitch. Because Dwayne Wade just retired, and on his interview, he just said to Kevin Garnett, when Kevin Garnett interviewed, we did that because we couldn't be you guys, right? So LeBron is mad because he's older now, and Kevin Garnett said, what he said? I wish I was a bit younger. Meaning, we wasn't in our primes. You would have got it, young fella. In other words, right? So that's all LeBron is mad about now, in my opinion,
I
is
don't
that
think he's mad.
he gotta be mad because Kevin Durant. Listen,
Let me tell you why
he
he's
gotta
not
be mad because people like Skip. It's like, what is this record in the
Who,
finals?
Skip? Skip Baseless?
Listen,
I don't want to talk about Skip
Listen.
Baseless on this platform.
Listen.
Skip
Listen.
Baseless?
Listen.
He's made his career post 2005
Yeah, I don't really
on
like that.
taking down LeBron.
Yeah.
He's a hater.
I have to
Listen.
agree with that,
He's
though.
a skip
Off the
baseless.
rip.
listen.
He's a hater.
He do hate on LeBron, but even when somebody hating, there's some value to truth if you actually listen. He didn't make his career. He been covering the Dallas Cowboys.
I said post 2005.
I'm just saying, yeah, I get what you're saying, but he not know nobody. He
Yeah.
around the game.
And he's a
Okay,
Spurs fan.
So when he say
But
that,
he's a hater.
listen, is he hating when LeBron fucking missed the free throws at with 1 minute in the game? Is he fucking hating
not
because
his fault.
he see that? Is that Skip fault?
Yo, LeBron.
If you the best, you're supposed to make that free throw, bro. I'm sorry.
Listen. Listen, I wasn't a good free throw shooter neither. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody say that to me, are they hating? That's what I'm saying. If you watch a LeBron Lonzo ball and you say he good, but he need to work,
On
is
his
he
jump
fucking
shot.
hating?
Nah.
So this is the problem that we have with LeBron fans. You motherfuckers is emotional, right? You act like she-males, bro. We
No,
love
man.
you. We not saying LeBron ain't great. I root for LeBron. He in my class. That make me like seem better than what I am. Do you understand?
No.
But this idea that everything he do and that, come on, man,
No,
cut this shit out.
I told you 2011, he choked.
Listen,
Alright.
but he don't get no moral victories. That's what I'm saying. If you the GOAT, no moral victories, my man.
Alright.
Will Chamberlain didn't win. He took the L like a man. Take the L like a fucking man, bro.
Elgin Baylor,
Period.
all
You
of
take
them.
the glory like a man. Take the L like a man.
So you try to say he got to dish it out as well?
Yeah, he always come up with excuse. Oh, we not getting it done. Or if you bitching and if you can't handle it, right? What is he saying the other day with Luke Walton? Like, come on, bro.
Luke Walton is a substitute teacher.
Listen.
Type shit.
But what I'm saying is, how many coaches that he done canceled too?
Type, yeah.
Players have been getting coaches
And
fired forever.
let me
That's
ask you
nothing
something.
new.
Let me
but
ask you something.
LeBron been doing it the most,
And
though.
let me
Come
ask
on,
you
man.
something. Can LeBron play off the basketball?
No, he need the ball. He need the ball. He's a ball dominant guy.
So
He's a
when
ball
he left, that's what I'm saying. There's some truth to that. Yes, Kyrie admitted like a man and said, "Yo, I was wrong too." But did you ever hear LeBron say he was wrong?
No, So now that you jumped into Kyrie, how you feel about what's going on with Boston now?
It's
now
a sinking ship.
Now they saying
I'm
that,
jumping off without a life jacket.
Now they saying, you know, that there's, you know, a little tension
careful.
between the players. You know that Kyrie, you know, is not really meshing, you know, with the Smart, with the Tatum, with those.
Oh
other guys.
yeah. See, like me.
So do you think there's something going on there?
Of course, I think the Boston guys is doing exactly. The Boston guys don't respect Kyrie, and it's a little bit of hate on Kyrie, in my opinion, because Kyrie listened to that whole narrative last year once again that they could do this and do that without him, and he handled it like a G. He never said nothing negative. He never, you understand? Yes, they played better and they moved the ball, but that's usually what happens when you got a dynamic talent like Kyrie. My man closed games and he won. That's what I mean. He averaged 27 in the finals. He was the one breaking down the defense. Because we know Cleveland ain't run shit. We know Cleveland ain't run shit. They just play iso ball, right? So he was the one breaking it down in the end of the game. Even though LeBron was getting 40, but he was a big part of that.
He was a big part of it.
So what he's saying is like, yes, he's trying to establish himself because he wasn't a good leader, right? And people say he never won. So he's trying to establish himself and say, look, guys, I want to do this together, but I need you guys to fall in place. So he didn't always get along with LeBron. They bumped heads. But to make that shit work, Kyrie worked on his body, and he listened to LeBron. And LeBron said, I fucked with you, young fella. I'm not trying to, because LeBron is a great leader, right? And he got on board. So what he's saying is, I'm better than y'all motherfuckers. So don't listen to that narrative. I did something in the finals. How many motherfuckers choked in the finals?
I've been to glory.
Yeah,
I've been to glory.
So yes, like,
I get what you
I'm an aspiring leader, but he coming in getting assists. He wasn't doing that before. He playing D. He wanted to play for a coach that actually runs sets. So you got to give the man some credit. He just got to stay healthy.
He got way too many people not to pass it to. Like.
Do we think he stays? Do I think he stays?
Let's go Knicks.
Where do you think he goes?
You don't think he stays?
No.
Come to New York.
No, I don't think he stays because Kyrie. What I admire about Kyrie, he thinks for himself. He don't really. He don't really. Yeah, he don't really. And I could appreciate that about him as a man. Wow. And he's the type of dude like, yo, like, I know what Danny Ainge is doing. I see what he did with Isaiah Thomas. You know what I mean? You could ship me somewhere else. And if they don't think they good without him, listen, they might be better without him. You know what I mean? But I just think in this NBA, what Kyrie does one-on-one as a closer, you need that, man. And you can't. Yeah. Like that's what they was missing when they played LeBron. LeBron was the closer. You gotta give LeBron that. He was just like, oh, I'm used to this. This is game 7. What? I play my best. Like, if they would have had Kyrie, that would have been a whole dynamic. Because players like Kyrie, when the play break down, man,
they figure something out.
They make a play.
They make something.
And they don't have that. So yes, that ball will be moving, but in the clutch when that shit get tight and you gotta make a play.
Give me the whole left side. Let me work.
Beloved, you being from Boston.
Yeah, what's up?
How you?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Look at his face. How you feel about what's going on with the Celtics, with your Celtics?
And I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I go home all the time. I'm very accessible. So anyone who has an issue with what I'm about to say, I'm prepared to perform, but I come in peace. I'm pro-talent. I'm never pro-owner. I'm never pro-administration. I'm never pro-GM. I don't fuck with Danny Ainge. I understand business is business, but even in business, there should still be some level of morality.
Yes.
You still need to be able to look yourself in the mirror. The way he did Isaiah Thomas,
Filthy.
And I'm gonna get very graphic about it. The man's sister died. He had his family hold his sister in the freezer an extra week, so he can help y'all win games in the playoffs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand business is business, but be a human being. So to just dump him off that way, just because, yes, Kyrie is a generational talent. Yo, karma is real. Look what's happening right now.
That's right.
Look what's happening right now.
And you speaking from a home base, like how we talk about Dolan. You know what I mean?
Look,
whether you're a Knicks fan
look what's happening right now. And I say this to say, like, I'm never gonna publicly shit on home. I can't erase my roots. I'm from where I'm from, but I'm not there for a reason. So that cutthroat, bottom line mentality is the mentality of Boston.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I saw that, the man's sister died like on a Friday or Saturday. Sunday he was playing. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that.
Me neither.
If I had a personal friend or a family member, we have a death in the family, I'm like, yo, family and your mental health comes first. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they're doing just fine. So, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck about Danny Ainge. I don't give a fuck about the Celtics organization. Historically, you know, Boston didn't treat Bill Russell well, to the point where when he was having his retirement ceremony, he had the ceremony where no fans were allowed and only his teammates that he wanted there. Because when he was living there, they was breaking into his house, defecating on his sofa and his bed.
Just because he was black.
Just because he was black. That's the type of experience
And
Bill Russell had in Boston.
More importantly, he was a proud black man.
Yeah.
You know, all of that, like.
He wasn't shucking and
Nah,
jiving
he was in there with Jim Brown and them type of black. You know what I mean? So, and I'm glad. I didn't even know you was from Boston.
Yeah.
He was from Boston, but I'm glad that you speaking it from a true
and
Bostonian.
and truth be told, there's Boston and there's Dorchester, Brockton, Mattapan, Roxbury, like dudes that are from the mud in the 80s. If you ask them, some of them will say, "Yeah, we're rolling with the Celtics," but a lot of black people
say Lakers.
They wanted the Showtime Lakers to win.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because of how they was being treated.
I mean, but
and because everybody was black, nigga.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers gonna think you gonna root for Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna run with people.
Yeah, nigga, the whole lineup was black.
But you want to hear something though? And see, like, it's crazy because, you know, you asked me earlier, like, why didn't I go to Rice and shit, right? And there was a narrative about Saint Raymond too, believe it or not. I mean, that people don't want to really talk about. Oh, that white school, you know, our dean used to talk to the black people crazy. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, I know,
yeah,
I know.
Right?
I know.
And the little nuances in that school, right? But that's what I mean. We're special people, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta fuck with us, man. They have to. And when we in our right minds, the way we love, the way we operate, after what we done been through, that program ain't been the same. So now they gotta fuck with us. You understand? Yeah. All of these niggas is Rice rejects. Don't let it be known, bro. Jay Hodge, the original, bro. He probably wanted to go to Rice. I guarantee it. Okay. But at the time, listen.
Tell your story the way God gave it to you.
Jay Hodge is my man.
Yo, Julius Hodge was different. I got to see. I'm sorry to cut you off. Actually, the first time I actually got to see Julius Hodge, they actually named him indictment. The Jewels from Harlem. He actually just came back from ABCD camp. He had this stupid fro. I still remember. I'm like, yo, who's this? Who this
fresh
naked
shape up though? Yeah,
like,
dirty fro,
I know.
dirty fro.
Dirty fro. But I know who he was. Boy.
Yeah.
Saw him on the court. Different.
But like
different.
But that's what I mean.
If he would have went to Rice, ooh.
But what I'm saying is, not everybody could go on to Rice, right? And we done seen.
Everybody's path is different. Right?
Yes, and we done seen guys. I done seen guys who could play, sit on the bench, knowing they not gonna play varsity just to go to some school. That shit didn't make no sense to me. Like how you said about seeing yourself as an asset to any situation. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to go to Rice, but it's like, yo, I couldn't get in at the time. That was the best thing that happened to me, because my man Chris McCray, my hood in the Bronx, I know him through my
Saint
family.
Raymond legend.
Yeah, my grandmother from Harlem, so I know him through Boys Quiet Harlem and shit. Like Little East, we used to go to Little East back in the day. Shout out to Tone Rosa too, right? Rosa, and that's where I know him from. I was a little nigga with Jay Hodge, like, yo, these niggas is playing, and my cousin used to play. She went to Randolph. She was all city. Everybody know my cousin Tanisha Mccroskey back in the day. Yeah. So I used to be around them, a little kid, and then when I, see them in the Bronx one day, he lived across the street from us. So he like, yo, why you going to Stevenson? School just started. Like, why you going there? I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting on going to Rice. for 6 months. My mentor at the time, you know what I mean? He was at Rice. And he like, yo, why? You can meet with Gary. Come meet me at this park on Monday. I met with Gary D. Lo and behold, you know what I mean? They called. I was playing with Abyssinian then. They called some people. I was in the school, man. No slacks, no nothing, man. I'm in there. You understand?
So basically you was. So now we just getting into the loose story. I like how we flowing right now. I like this pace. So you was actually waiting to go to Rice.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have no grades.
you had no grades.
Yeah.
It was taking too long. And Chris came out.
Yeah, I just randomly seen him in the park. You know how you just go to your park.
But this is the dope thing is that he didn't have to do that at all.
But
but he did.
But and that's the thing. When we got into school, right? I was a freshman playing JV, so I used to just like wait and just watch them practice, just so I could learn. And Chris showed me the ropes, and then like our sponsor wound up being the same sponsor. And Chris, like I commend Chris to this day. Like he don't really know what he did for me, but I really do because you know how people say their life was at like a turnstile, like or like like.
It was at a confused stage,
I mean, I'm one of 8, man. I'm from the projects, you know what I'm saying? I grew up hard, man. I grew up on welfare. My mom not dead. Like, I wasn't the regular kid, so I didn't come in there smiling and happy and shit, you understand? My mom did her best, but shit got fucked up. So when I met Chris, that's all I was thinking about. My mentor, like, well, you're not gonna get in Rice. And that's what I heard. You're not gonna get him on Convo even when I'm like, yo, I'm just as good as these dudes. I kept hearing that, so I'm like, damn. Well, fuck it, I'm not hanging out. I might want to hang out with the guys on my block and shit, you know what I'm saying? And when I met Chris, I just had a little bit of faith. Like, I did small things to, I think, prepare for that situation.
That led you up to that
point.
Point.
Like I didn't know who my guidance counselor was. I was in 9th grade, didn't know nothing. There's 4,000 students in Stevenson. I went to my guidance counselor and said, look, you got to change my gym because there's girls in my gym and I'm going to be distracted. You know what I'm saying? Put me in basketball gym. So they put me in basketball.
Wait. So you went?
I went to my guidance counselor.
Went to the guidance counselor.
Yep.
And told them, listen.
You got enough discernment as a 9th grader.
Yes. I said.
This is going to be problematic.
Yes.
That's maturity.
No, yeah.
It's a lot of tolerance.
Especially as a 9th grader to pick that up to say, hey, listen, if these Jones is here, I'm going to be distracted.
Yeah.
Me and 9th grade.
Cause
9th grade, I was like, where the bitches at? I'm trying to get my shit. With a hookie.
They had me first day of school. They had some girl who was just bad, looked like Beyonce, man. She said, yo, you handsome. I was a little shy kid. Come over here.
What's
I said,
up?
yo. Then I seen her in class again. I said, oh, shit. Then I seen her in gym. I said, yo.
Oh, man.
And she was harassing me, my G. I was like, fresh meat though. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, pussycat?
And then it wasn't no basketball in my gym. It was just old joints playing volleyball. I said, yo,
Who this tall nigga?
Yeah.
But I wasn't tall then. I was like 5-something. I was a point guard then.
So
and I said, yo, you got to get me in basketball gym. But then 2 weeks in school started. I'm literally like first day of school, you got to get me in basketball gym. Then I come to her and say, yo, you got to switch my class, get me out that math class. This lady was like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, she was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to transfer to this school, blah, blah, blah. So all of this is going on within 2 weeks. And then I just randomly go to my park and I see my man McCray and he like, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? That's what he said straight up. What the fuck you doing going to that school? You know nobody graduate from there. You know people got a hard road. He's like, yo, I'm going to talk to some people, man. Meet me here Monday. You know what I mean? And the rest was history.
So you end up going to Saint Raymond's, right?
Mm-hmm.
End up being one of the top players in the city, man. Who are some of the people you actually like play with? Who's on your team?
J. Hodge first. J. Hodge is a dog, bro. J. Hodge. This is mentality, man. And Alan Ray, Alan Ray. I didn't honestly, I feel robbed to this day because Alan Ray got hurt my senior year. So, like, we won the states. I feel like Alan Ray would have been the best player, and I probably would have been the second best player. And I didn't get a chance to play with him, but his work ethic was there, man.
That's funny. When we had Alan Ray here, he was telling us how him and Julius Hodge used to be in the gym at 6 in the morning. They used to play one-on-one. And he said the one time that he almost beat him, like Julius Hodge tried to pull like a muscle or something like that. But yeah, man. I think that's kind of dope.
Niggas is playing hard.
Yeah,
Shit.
and like our practices, it was a lot of like fights and all that, you know.
It was
Competitive
intense.
environment.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So it's like we not used to that. Like you know what I mean. Like it brought the dog out of us, and then that's why I like the school Saint Raymond. Like it was a lot of control, which worked for me. You know what I mean.
So it's a very structured environment.
Yeah.
I love structured environments.
Bingo.
I love structured environments. Like as a matter of fact, if something is not structured, I can't really vibe with it. I like to be structured. So, you know what I mean? I love Saint Raymond's program. I didn't always appreciate it at the time, but you know,
As you look back on
Gary D said one thing, man, many things, but he said one thing that stuck to me. He said, yo, he addressed the team. He said, you guys don't know how good you got it. Like, I give you guys uniforms. Like, I make sure you guys eat first class. You guys, you know what I mean? You guys get treated first class because that's what I expect. He said, when you guys go to college, it's not always going to be like that. And he ain't never lied, bro. He ain't never lied.
So now, shit, man, yo, Luke, man, you flowing this good because you jump right into what I was going to talk about. So you're at St. Raymond's, all city team, first and second. You know, you end up being player of the year when you guys won state. So now you said you was talking about Gary DeCease in college. You know, why did you decide to go to Syracuse?
Yeah, it was shaky because Gary D was leaving and he knew he was leaving.
Richmond.
Yeah, and honestly, I really wanted to go to Rutgers, but
Really?
yeah, but I was a junior, so I kept having trouble like taking my SATs, and it just wasn't working out. So, like Rutgers, they offered me a scholarship right away. Like I had like 30 points one time and 10 rebounds, I think, against like Hilton Armstrong and Peekskill High School. And the coach at the time, I forget his name, he was there. He was like, he offered me a scholarship, but it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? And then Syracuse started coming around during ABCD time. They was actually looking at a teammate from Boston, my man Demetrius Nichols.
Nichols, yep.
Yeah. So I wound up being on his team,
Mm-hmm.
and we played against him before St. Andrews. So I was familiar with his game. I was like, yo, he got a nice
St.
game.
Andrews and Rhode
Yeah,
Island.
yeah. So he already, they was already coming to visit him. So you know that's how it works. Like they were probably looking at a number 2 guard, and then they start liking him more. Yeah, like you know he played hard. He could create his own shot. He played hard. You know what I mean? And it just worked out.
What were like your top offers? So Syracuse, Rutgers.
Nah, honestly, I didn't really have that much offers. Like the one thing Gary D used to do, and everybody know from St. Ray's, like he used to hold your letters so you won't get a big head, which was a good thing. But I don't know what offers I had really, to be honest. And I just think that he was really done, and he was just trying to make sure I went to a good situation. So he did everything in his power to make sure I was taken care of. And when Alan Ray got hurt, you know what I mean, he drove me home one day and he really said that, like, yo, look, you about to be a senior, like, you know what I mean, you gotta take a school now.
So that's why you ended up committing early, right?
Yeah, then they won the national championship, and then, you know, everything changed.
So your freshman year at Syracuse was
03 to 04.
okay.
Yeah.
So you went to Syracuse. I actually went to Clarkson University, which is 2 hours further up from Syracuse. Now we're from here. We're from the city.
Yeah.
So from the Bronx, you get to Syracuse. How was it? I know you ain't mess with the cold because I hated that shit.
Nah, to be honest, it is way colder than the city.
It's disrespectful. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
like, and you know, like the shit that
Be a
don't,
blizzard.
the shit that I don't understand to this day. You know how people be like, yo, they don't have jobs and all that. The way I think of it is like New York, like just plow the fucking road.
Bro,
Like,
Yeah.
You
that's
make
a
some
job.
money. You make some money.
Yeah.
on
But
that.
like, I have people in the city, you know. But that's another conversation. But nah, like, it was a great experience. Like, I really loved the school. Like, I really loved the school. Like, the school environment. Like, you could be the 8th man. Like,
They show love.
They really show love. Like everywhere.
I've been on the campus. I've had a couple of family members go that they were like my little brothers, and I remember driving them to school from Boston when their semesters had to start, and sometimes when I needed a break, I would go there and just hide out for the weekend. It's definitely a state of the art campus type of experience.
And what people don't know, it's
Shout out to Mark and Dan.
What people don't know, it's a private school, so you know you can really be successful there. Like that's what I mean. Like I was blessed. I didn't stay there, right? But just that whole situation, like it helped shape me as a man, like certain experiences.
I'm pretty sure you learned from it though, and it made you more better as a person though. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Like the advice, because I know you guys ask for advice, but the advice I would give guys from the city is, like you said, look at yourself as an asset, man. You know what I mean? Approach everything business-wise. We just do a lot of stuff for the love, and so that love is always going to be there. We passionate people, but not too many people look at stuff as a business. Like, you a brand, bro. Like, look at what people where we from is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And it could be done. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the level that I didn't look at it. I was just looking at it from the love point. You know what I mean? But when you at a big time school like that, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And you got to see where you fit in. You know what I mean? And you can fit in somewhere, you fit in, and you do the best you can.
So you speak about fitting in. So that's why you think you felt you had to make a move out of Syracuse, because it just wasn't.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's not like I've always wanted to go to a big time school and play in the Big East. So, I mean, I used to watch Iverson and all them just like everybody else, and I used to literally say to myself like, "Yo, I'm going to the Big East." I didn't know how I was going to do it, but like when I was telling you the power of the tongue, you know, I really believe that worked, and you know what I mean. It just wasn't like Boeheim. He likes a lot of guys that shoot. He likes guys like Melo. That's not really my game. All right, my game is more of like a system type player, coming off screens, getting in the paint, making plays for others, just playing hard, just the way his pace of the game. And I really didn't pay that to attention because at the situation, the coach was trying to get me in school. I didn't really know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't like you kind of like knew the type of system.
Like I knew I didn't want to play zone, but you know, it's just a lot of dynamics that I could talk about all day that really don't got nothing to do with nothing. But when you think about it, it really wasn't. It exploited my game.
No.
Instead of it being, you know, a bonus to my game. Like, they wanted me to just stay in the corner and shoot.
I think
Cash said he got comments.
No, I'm tired of. He said, I'm tired of. He said he needs courtside seat to the Q's game. Cash, you know, Cash is being Cash.
Fool,
Cash is being Cash.
But
no, I think that's dope. Louie, a lot of people don't know that, one, about you, that, one, you really didn't know the kind of system that Syracuse was really, really, really going into. Because a lot of players, that's what they'll do. They'll end up, these top kids, they'll end up signing to a program. They never visited. They let them know the type of system that they're running, and then they end up unhappy, you know. But what I think what was dope about you is that you ended up realizing, like, hey, this situation is really not working for me. I still want to do this, and I can still do this, but maybe I could do this somewhere else. And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It definitely nothing wrong with that at all. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I've been kind of spoiled, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we was young, I was like one of the best, you know, 10-year-olds, 11 years old, right? So I played with Riverside, and, you know, playing with programs like that, you know, that's what I mean. You don't know how good you got it, right? And then you go from Saint Raymond, which is another top program, right? And then you talk to some guys, they may have to go another route, like prep school might have been a little bit tougher for them. So it's like me, I'm blessed. Like, say what you want about Boeheim, man, he's a Hall of Fame coach, man. I mean, how many people can say they play for a Hall of Fame coach, bro? And that know me on a personal level, like, hey, Louie, how you doing? You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's what I try to take from it. You know what I mean? And you can always beat yourself up about mistakes that you made when you were young. I made plenty. You know what I mean? I'm not no saint. But why? Why do that? I just try to learn from it and move on.
Move forward, beloved.
I mean, I think this is a dope
Conversation.
story.
We have conversations.
But what is sticking with me is the fact that I believe, like in life, there's always signs about whether we should stay in a situation, whether we should leave a situation, or just overall being aware of our strongholds, our stumbling blocks.
Yes.
And what I'm getting out of your story is that even from 9th grade, you had enough discernment to say, yo, I don't think I can function in this environment. You went to your counselor and said, move me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You went to Syracuse, you analyzed your situation. Again, practicing discernment, following the signs. This may not be the best situation for me. Let me move on. A lot of times, and the thing is,
people will stay there.
and you were young. A lot of times, dudes are in their mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, 40s, 50s. The signs are there that a change needs to take place.
Yeah.
But because people fear the unknown, they just stay in a complacent state of mind and just let life happen to them.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that point up because I have family that come out the woodworks, like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't even involved when I was becoming a player. Like, everybody knew that I hooped, but it was like, yo, you too short, you skinny, you know what I'm saying? And never did shit. But when I was on Syracuse, it became a distraction. It was like, yo, I need tickets, yo, I need this,
Now
that,
everybody
that.
was hitting you.
Yeah, and it's like, me being naive, I just think the best of people, you understand? I don't want to think the worst of. And just living on your own, man, just not even the basketball, not the basketball aspect of it, you being a human being, you going to class, you going from a small school where it's old boys to now it's a bunch of girls, and you want to do stuff with them, right? Like, just a whole dynamic, a whole bunch of adults in your face all the time, and you like having to save face. Just a whole lot of stuff that you're dealing with at a young age. Yes, at a young age with very little guidance, right? Very little people who talk to that have been in that situation that can relate.
With those experiences
Yes.
that you're going through.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
Lou, man.
Yes, so it's like,
Lou, man.
so it's like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could cry over spilled milk, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
No, but what you did is that you ended up going to Marist and you did work in the MAC.
Yeah, yo, and the funny thing about the MAC conference, like, those dudes, man, and MAC, man, they hungry, man. They hungry. Like, they, of course, they don't got the talent of the Big East level, right? Because, you know, you played against pros and all that. But they competitive nature, like the top players, like I played against, what's his name? He was on Golden State and Sacramento for a while. The big dude.
Garcia?
Nah, Ryan Thompson.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And the brother,
he went to
I
like
forget.
right. He went to
I know
right.
you're talking about, yeah.
So like, I played against Boom, right? And that's how I judge it. I'm like, yo, he gonna go into the league. Everybody like, nah, he not going to the league. I'm like, yo, that Thompson brother going to the league because Boom is going to the league because what he could do defensively, block shots and all that. But this dude could dribble. He could hit a foul line jump shot. He mobile. He could get buckets, and he wound up staying in the league for a while. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's basketball, man. You see plenty of dudes like Kiki go to St. Peter's, like they make a career for himself. Like that's what I'm saying. Not everybody get the opportunity. You can hoop, man. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely better at that level though. I ain't trying to take that from that level, like you know what I'm saying? Because it's beast in there. You know what I mean? But now you see the game changing, and it really don't really matter.
So, you end up at Marist, you kill over there. What was life like for you after you left college?
Man, like life after I left college was like tough because the one thing about the small schools is it's not stability.
What you said, SB?
The battery's about to die, yo. I don't want to, you know, like record. It's not recording this shit. Let's give it a second. If you want to break, y'all.
All right. I need to make something very clear to the world, and especially the New York City community that's embraced me. I, Ron Mehegan, Jennings Lewis.
Yo, every day your name gets. I find out more and more about your name, bro.
Okay. I, Ron Mehegan,
I've been
Jennings
calling you
Lewis.
Jennings for the past 5 years. Now you Ron Mehegan.
AKA Beloved. AKA Black God. AKA
Black God.
Jizzy Noir. Okay? Son of Esperinger and Anthony Lewis. Grandson of Marie-Hélène Senfa. Brother of Shonda Lewis. Coming straight from the tribe of DLS.
The fact.
Have never, ever, reclaiming my time, been involved with law enforcement in any way, shape, or form. I have never cooperated with law enforcement at any level.
Never.
FBI, DEA, ATF, NYPD, BPS, school police, have never co-conspirated or conspired with any law enforcement agency of any kind. Signing off. Be blessed. Live from Beloved.
Alright, guys, you got that? Turn his chest mic off.
Yo, so where we was at before
Where
Lou was talking? What we was talking about?
Africa.
you were at Marist,
Yeah.
No, life after marriage.
wife after Marist.
After Marist, I tried to. I was in Finland for a little bit, but that was like during the depression or whatever. So I don't know if Finland was another good market to go to, but I did well. They didn't have no money. I got released. Then I just worked. I worked with kids with autism. That's where I got my degree in. People with like disabilities. I just worked. I lived in Poughkeepsie for a while. I stayed local, and then I tried to give it one more shot. So I came down like. I was like 25 now. Came down, played in Dykeman, tried out for some Vegas leagues, played in Canada for a few years. I finished up playing in Rochester, and then I just retired. I was just like, yo, it's just not working for me, man. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta make a living for myself. I gotta be an adult. So that's pretty much the rundown.
Yeah.
So, were you? I know I asked you earlier. You know, if you're still doing that little coaching stuff at that school. I was like, would you be like up to like? Cause I could really, what from you talking to me,
Yeah,
from me listening,
yeah.
you have a basketball knowledge, but you have it in terms of breakdown.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, and plus with your story, you know, I really think I have an impact, you know, on somebody else, especially the youth coming up. You know, it's really,
High school or
it's
college?
real-
You're
high school or
relatable.
college. You're relatable and you know the shit. I'm just throwing that out there.
Nah,
I could literally
honestly,
see that.
Honestly, it's funny you say that because like Marist, they offered me a job like right out of school. I was like 22 though. I was like, nah, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Because you just wasn't seeing
Yeah,
yourself
and
at
I
that
just
time.
wasn't ready yet. But like now, I actually still train kids, so I'm around the game, and like it's just weird. Like, you know, I always say like whatever you've been taught that was positive from your parents, your mentors, your coaches, right? I've been around great people. It's in your brain, bro. It probably haven't formed yet, but it's there. So even like now when I see the kids, like I can explain it now. I'm like fully formed. Like I'm like doing drills and stuff that I never would have thought of doing. Like my mind is just always working. And it's always been there. It may have not come out as consistently as I want as a player. But now I can actually show the kids and convey it to them in a way that they can understand. And I think that's a gift. You know what I mean?
Put it into their lingo. Of
Yeah. Like
Into
that's
their
a gift.
perspective,
Because
yeah.
there's plenty of coaches I played for, right, that knew the game, but they couldn't do a drill for shit.
They couldn't break
And
it
you
down.
be
to you.
waiting for like 10 minutes, like,
Like,
God
oh,
damn, I wish he knew how to play, because I know what he's saying is right.
Yeah.
But
I just want you to show it one time.
yeah, the right way, right?
Yeah.
And they can't really do that. They always just start either screaming, right, because they're frustrated. So, I mean, I could definitely see that in my future. I'm definitely training now, and that's something I want to do, but I care about more the training aspect of it. Like, I don't really...
You don't want to do the whole politics and stuff like that.
Nah, I want to help like you said, I want to help the players. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a guy that whenever I had the right coaching to get better, I was able to get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really care about, and I know what it takes for the players to get better.
So you want to provide that outlet.
Yeah. I care about skills. Like, I don't really. Yes, I care about X's and O's too, because you got to know the game, but I don't think that's really my field of expertise.
Player development.
Player development.
Player development.
Yeah.
So
But you would do that on the college or high
I
school
would do
level?
it, yeah. I would do it. I'm doing it now for little kids, so I would do it anyway. Yeah, I would do it anytime. I really, it's the next best thing to playing. Like, I really get that urge to do it.
And the fact that you played at the Division I level,
Yeah,
the players have to respect it because you've been on the big stage.
yeah.
So you're not asking
And
a
it's high
younger
school.
person to do something that you haven't done yourself.
Yes, and the funny thing is, it's like I've been on both sides. Like, I've been the best player once, and a lot of teams I wasn't. So like some guys can only tell you from being the best player
for one
perspective,
aspect,
right?
right?
And they don't know what it means from that team. Like, I've been on teams where I was on the bench and had to fucking work just to get the ball, right? Had to just play D.
Get your
just to
minutes
get-
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to get minutes. So I know what that's like. A lot of this shit is just really confidence, bro. And they're all coach killers, bro. They're all coach killers out there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these parents can't just do what they did coming up. Oh, we're gonna go to this school because this school is... No. what is that school going to offer you? Is that kid going to see your kid as an asset? Are they going to send your kid handwritten letters? I don't give a fuck what school it is. You know what I mean? If I have a kid and they got talent, the one who's showing most interest, right? So that's in my opinion, that's what works, because that means you're going to have the best experience. That means
And
they
they're going to
value
invest
you.
in your
They
child.
value you. Yes, yes.
Man, so beloved, I'm actually good with my questions. You answered everything I wanted. I know there's more. You know, I know there's more.
So I still have to go back to this LeBron thing, right?
Wait, before you go into this LeBron thing, I'm gonna say my piece, and then
Okay.
if you want to rant about that
Okay.
we spoke about an hour ago, then you can do that, beloved. You can do that by yourself too, in the mirror. You can talk to the mirror, or your inside mic,
Sound perfect.
or your inside mic. But
I do not have an inside mic. I am not an informant. I am not an informant.
That's
So,
what informants say.
That's what it Now, Lou, so when I had reached out to you, you know, and I wanted you on the show, is because of that, you know. A lot of people know that I'm more of an observer, so I won't say much. I just sit back and observe, and I've been watching you, like I said, you know, since you was in high school. You know, the way that you carried yourself. Yes, you was one of the best players, but you never acted like that. You feel me? You was always down to earth, good spirited, good kid. You know, but you have a journey. You know, you had a path that you might not see it right now, but I think down the line it might help an individual out. You know, because we have that. You know, we was just talking about how fortunate we are to be in the position that we are in now, coming from where we came from. You know, so again, I just want to say, you know, thank you for taking the time out. You know, I just scheduled to come down. You know, just have a conversation with us. You know, none of this is
Very
scripted.
informative
You
conversation.
know, nothing is informative. Is information. That's
honestly,
what
I learned something today.
And
A lot, actually.
And honestly, I'm honored to be here. Like, just the fact that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we feel somewhat relevant, right? You know what I mean? I ain't hoping no more. So, I mean, and Kev, you always been solid. Like, I can see that, you know what I mean? And I'm more of a, to people that don't know me intimately as Cash, right? He would know that I talk a lot. But to some people, I'm a quiet person because I observe. That's how I learn. So it ain't nothing wrong with that neither. And I know you ain't no informant, my G. Don't let them inform it. You know what I mean? Don't, you ain't got to say that no more, man. You know what I mean? Let them think what they think. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Don't worry, he's not in the forum, but he's definitely from Boston, though. That's the only thing we're thinking right now. He's like, whatever, bro.
Yo, so beloved.
So this LeBron thing.
Yo, beloved, are you serious?
I said I needed to I needed to let that off my spirit. So I held LeBron accountable about the 2011 finals. As a matter of fact, I was having this conversation with Cash and my cousin Ralph yesterday because all the time they're trying to bait me and then I lose my shit. This is why I defend LeBron so hard. Right? And it might be other people have their own reasons, but this is why. LeBron James, since he was, 15, has had a bullseye on his back, right? And as a black man watching another black man turn, I'd say almost a dozen people around him who are also black into multimillionaires. A black man who has a wife, raising 3 black children, opening schools, going against the status quo, breaking new barriers, speaking on things that most people that have his platform would have played it safe and said, yo, I don't want to hurt my brand, I'm not going to speak on that. I love Michael Jordan, but when they were, he didn't say nothing about that Rodney King situation.
See?
He didn't say much.
All right.
And my whole thing is when you're a public figure, right? Granted, his parents took him out of Brooklyn when he was a little kid. He was living a middle-class life. But you're still a black man in a position of power. So when younger people are looking at you because they admire your gift,
Yes.
it does send a message for you to speak out on things and show younger people of color that you're informed.
Yes.
LeBron makes it a point to do that.
Yes.
So I feel like we're watching a black man in the prime of his life really push to maximize his potential in various different facets. Business, movies, media, creating companies. He's the epitome of
Success.
not just success, but advocating for equity, ownership, and controlling your own narrative. So I have to support that. I don't want to see him fail.
So listen, now that's a whole nother conversation, but I'm gonna break it down to you right now. Without no Michael Jordan, there's no LeBron James.
You're right.
First of all, right? Michael gets no credit from the black community for that. Secondly, you talk to all the players that play for him, Mr. Walker himself, and you ask him what kind of person he is. Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, they say, yo, Michael Jordan, when he used to come to their camp in high school, anyone was giving gear out, and they was trying to figure out where they was gonna go, Jordan said, yo, you ain't wearing that bullshit. And he gave them gear, and he gave them a contract. So there's plenty of things that's behind the scenes that people don't know. The film Malcolm X, right? Guess who supported that? Now, who was more beneficial to black people than Malcolm X? See, a lot of people want stuff to be seen now, all right? And then you also have to look at the era we was in. Muhammad Ali did that because that's how it was in the era. Just like now, it's a social media era, right? You can't even spend cash in some stores. They're gonna look at you like you crazy. So LeBron is able to speak. Jordan wasn't able to speak. Nobody was speaking out back then. You know how many black people had to bite the bullet? So you know how they use that. Oh, if I was a slave and all that, I would have been revolting. No, you wouldn't have, motherfucker, because guess what? The person that was in the field had to be in the field, and the person that was in the kitchen was probably helping. They had kids too. So you see, you got to be careful of the narrative, right? That whole Michael Jordan shit doing the prisons, that was a white Michael Jordan. That wasn't even a black Michael Jordan. Yeah, and then my last point, like I'm going to say before, right?
Thinking it's that.
Yeah, that was good in prison. That was a white Michael Jordan, right? And my last point, right, that I'm going to make, last 2 points is, we live in a capitalistic society, bro. All right? So, like you said, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was pro-black, right? And I may be ill-informed by saying this, so I'll definitely, anybody correct me if I'm wrong when the show is edited and all that. But what black people going to stand behind him that he ain't got no motherfucking money when he took a stand for them? You see? All the black people want to say what somebody should do and what they can't do, right? Michael Jordan is not from the hood. He didn't grow up like LeBron. Not every black person is the same. You're going to tell the white trash, right? And the affluent whites, what do the affluent whites say about the white trash? They white trash. That's what they say. Okay? What do you think affluent black people that don't know nothing about the hood say about the ghetto that ain't never been in the ghetto? And I've been around these people, so I know from experience. Yeah. I had a black mentor who told me to read Malcolm X, and I had a French mentor in Greenwich, Connecticut that I used to go to his house and then drop me off at the projects. So you ain't talking to nobody that don't know shit, okay? I know who I am. I know my history, but the black people got to stop, because Kanye don't think like them, right? And he... Listen,
I'm not canceling Kanye West.
No, I'm just saying.
Watch Sunday services.
But I'm just saying, he can do whatever he want. And another thing is, why the fuck we the only people that keep holding politicians and fucking celebrities? At the end of the day,
to the highest standard,
yes.
Right?
At the end of the day, we look foolish doing that shit,
yeah.
and fucking Trump and them play off that. Okay, so if motherfuckers would do their job as a father and a parent, they would know that Michael Jordan and them just fucking play basketball, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's the whole point. Michael Jordan has a dad. LeBron didn't have a dad. You understand? So when you don't have a dad, you start behaving like a woman. Who rule over us? Women. So that's the bigger issue. So I'm not.
Yo, I need to unpack that.
I'm not saying that LeBron is bad, and I'm not bashing LeBron. I think what LeBron has overcome should be commended. Right. But don't act like Mike ain't do for black people, bro.
I'm not saying he did it.
Yeah, but it's not his job. It's the motherfucker. You know what's wrong with the black community? Motherfuckers that see trash, right, and walk by the trash.
Instead of picking it up.
Other black people will see trash. I live in the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? People pee, nobody know who pee. My mom and another lady clean it up. Everybody else see who pee, right? But then they gonna complain about a white man doing something that they do. We gotta hold each other accountable. That's what we used to do. We don't do that. Fuck LeBron. Fuck Mike. Okay? They gonna do what they gonna do.
Regardless.
All right? Stop holding these motherfuckers accountable. They just great at what they do. That's it. Just like if I'm great at mentoring kids, I'm great at what I do. And should I be responsible for every black man walking? That's a tall task, bro. And they gotta stop that shit, all right? Them dudes, LeBron, Michael Jordan is doing a lot for black men. A lot. But sometimes not everything is gonna be in the front.
That's funny. And then we gonna end this because beloved's beloved. That's funny what you said about MJ. Because recently, when MJ had slapped Monk in the head on that play, whatever, I had put on the gram. You feel me? Like I would have slapped MJ if he would have done it. Keto with Kimba, he goes, yo, Kev, like, yo, Cash is fat, yo, you need to hit the, run, run. Nah.
It's over.
Yo, I hate you.
Yo, I'll hit you back.
Yo, this nigga stupid. See,
shit, this nigga wild.
Chill. See?
That's another thing.
You
gotta make serious.
We'll talk about that
off camera.
Talk about that off camera.
I was snuffing niggas too, though.
Yo, stop talking to him, yo.
If a nigga hit me, I'm snuffing him straight like that. I don't give a fuck.
He was just telling me, he was like, nah, like MJ is like really like mad cool and he really showed love like to those players. Like don't take that as
so that's an uncle kind of just checking his nephew.
Listen,
that's just
and at the end of the day,
I didn't think anything.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying is we don't know none of them motherfuckers. And Michael Jordan, just him being black, you talking about being a black man in America, just him being black. You gotta understand, Michael was in his 20s, and what he was saying about Republican buy sneakers, he basically saying like, yo, I get paid for them. A black man never gonna be able to speak honest, man. Let's keep it real till you own something, man. Know what I mean? That's why you can smack him in the head because he own.
Motherfucker, if you don't gotta buy my shoe, nigga. If you don't want my shoe, you don't want my shoe, nigga. That's it.
So unless black people really gonna support and all that, I'm not saying that you can't have your opinions, but this whole idea that, man, cut that shit, putting them together. You see that? Putting them against each other. Oh, LeBron versus Mike. I don't like, man, we talking about basketball, motherfucker. When you go to Dykeman, it may be a man that's your man, right? And you know if he got his ass bust that day and the dude played better,
you gonna tell him he got his ass.
You're not gonna say, oh, you my man and I'm rocking. You gonna say that, but you gonna say, yo, that motherfucker got the better of you that day. We just talking about basketball. We not talking about nothing else, bro. I'm not God. I can't judge any of them men. You don't know what Michael Jordan's intent was. Do you understand? And now he feel pressure because black people are saying, oh, I'm not gonna.
You ain't doing nothing for the community.
Yes, and Kanye is saying this, right? And not that I agree with it, but he's saying what he's saying, and what black people, I'm not wearing Kanye West no more. Motherfucker, Gucci's niggas that you nothing shouldn't be wearing because they making fun of you. But Kanye West is telling you, look, I've been trying to get Nike. Nike don't pay motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm not canceling Kanye.
No, but what I'm saying
I'm
is...
the last one on the island.
What I'm saying is, it's a big narrative out there that people are doing that. And they doing that based off emotions with no facts. At least if you want to do that with your facts. Spike Lee said it himself. He went and funded Magic Johnson did it too. Without Michael Jordan. And that's Malcolm X. If that's not a black leader, Malcolm X, I don't know who is. And he said we're gonna tell it our story.
I actually didn't know that he did that for Malcolm.
Okay.
So thank you.
So
Oprah.
Yes, he was one of the dudes, but what I'm saying is, if he didn't care about
48, a lot of them.
But the fact that people be bashing him, like he controlled the market of the sneakers. He don't control that. Yeah. And is it his fault that these motherfuckers is These motherfuckers is reckless. Am I right? You could be from the hood and you be successful and you come back and they act like they don't know you. They try to rob you. So is that Michael Jordan's fault? No. That they want to take your 8-ball jacket, your fucking Jordans when you trying to sell a store and make a product? So let's cut the shit, man. I'm not with that, like, blaming. No, we got to take ownership for ourselves, bro. Motherfuckers don't be speaking to you because of the girl you like and all. Come on, man. A lot of motherfuckers is hating on MJ. That's it. He probably wasn't a good person, you know. I get that. And he was telling motherfuckers you ain't shit. And he was fucking good. The niggas in the media be hating on MJ, bro. Straight like that.
Yo, MJ was a huge inspiration for me growing up. I'm just explaining
why. The greatest.
So basically, the same way you support MJ is the same way
I support both of them. I support LeBron.
It's the same way I'm explaining
LeBron is the MJ of this generation.
We have to support that.
We need more people like MJ, like LeBron.
If LeBron come up, I don't want to see him fail. And part of not wanting to see somebody fail is keeping it real. That's part of it. It's an ugly truth. You understand?
People shy away
On
from
that
it.
note-
And that's what make
On
Jordan.
that note-
That's what make Jordan the greatest.
Yeah.
Because when they say he was a twig, he got in the weight room. He didn't make no excuses.
Say,
When
where
they
I
said
bet.
he played in a system, LeBron don't play in no system. Like come on, man, it's a lot. I'm done, but it's a lot.
No, that
But
was
he has
great
to come
insight, man. He's definitely gonna be back, man. Listen, we're gonna have a lot of people coming back once I'm caught up with these fucking episodes, man. Man, it's the Hey Now podcast, man. Shout out to Lou. Thank you again for taking time out. Beloved with his rants. You know, shout out to Pablo for the mics. SB behind the mic.
Hey.
My man over there with the backwoods. We out. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now.
Yo,
Bro's the man, bro. He's the man. I don't want y'all to think that, you know what I mean?
no, but
you get what I mean?
no,
like,
I
niggas
get.
is-
I also
It's
get what
facts.
you said
That's
about
all
niggas
facts,
has-
though, bro.
Niggas has parents, you know, because we sometimes put these athletes and celebrities in this pedestal.
They not.
You know,
Listen,
when we
man.
shouldn't.
Listen, if I were that, my pops is my hero, man. Fuck that. When my pops is around, he's my hero, man. Ain't no. That's a without a dad.
That right there alone. If you're a
Yeah.
father and you're there for your kids,
Yeah,
right
you
there
could-
should
you
be
could
your
the
thing.
janitor. Look at that's what I'm trying to say.
As
Really
long
look
as you're
around
there for
you,
what's most
even
important.
in the hood, the kid that had the pops, he's calm, he's confident,
Mhm.
even
That's a
if it's
fact.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So LeBron can only be the father to his kids. Michael Jordan could. That's it. You fucking buy these sneakers because you like the sneakers, right? That's it. All this them being. I'm not looking at no politicians. Fuck all of them. I'm trying to do what I gotta do and take care of myself and my
Exactly.
family and be the best human being.
I
That's
can
what
be,
we gotta
yep.
get back.
You see,
to.
like Mayweather, same shit. Like they asked Mayweather, "What do you think about Gucci and shit like that?" About what do you think? You know.
Well,